So, I don't really have a connection to Transformers Armada or the Unicron trilogy. So when Legacy said they're gonna make new toys of the Armada characters, I was kinda interested, but not as much as I was with animated. Like, I picked up a couple of them, and they're good, but not enough for me to say they're outright perfect. So today, we're gonna take a look at one of the Armada figures, and that's the Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Universe hotshot. Starting off in vehicle mode, hotshot turns into a yellow sports car thing, and I'm pretty sure he's only yellow because they didn't have access to the Bumblebee name, so they just gave him the name hotshot, which I'm completely fine with. I'm all for them creating brand new characters. But looking at his vehicle mode here, I do love how it looks. I love the sleekness of it. I like this grill section up the front, how you can see the individual little vent parts that there is, and then moving it up to the actual engine, which this engine is his gun for robot mode. We'll get into that in accessories, but I do like how it just pegs into the top there. I love how it all keeps its shape running down the side from the front to all the way down to the end. And I do like the spoiler, even if it is a bit weird, as it's just got a split in the middle of it, because that's where the minicon goes. This particular release doesn't come with a minicon. They did that with the red one that came out. I don't have that figure. I might pick it up. But just looking at him, he looks really nice. I do hate the transparent blue windshield he has, as because it's the transparent blue, the yellow paint they used to color match didn't look that good, and it just doesn't look that good in person or on camera. It just sticks out that much, which that's gonna annoy me, but I do give it a pass because yellow is one of the most hardest colors to color match, so I'll give them that. They did do a good job with what they had, and altogether the vehicle mode does look really nice. But hey, hotshot looks so good in vehicle mode that I just had to put in some pictures, so here they are. Transformation on hotshot is not fun, I'll be honest. It's all clashy, trying to unpeg it is really annoying. Everything doesn't want to stay in place when I'm transforming it around until it gets to that final click. But I do gotta admit, it does do some things I like with how the back works and the chest flipping out. But altogether, I can't like this transformation. It's just not that fun. Here we are in robot mode, and hotshot looks fine. It looks just like he did in Transformers Armada, but being that he does look really boring. Like, sure, he looks good, but he does look really boring. But starting off, we'll go up to his head, and that is accurate for what his head sculpt looked like in the show. It looks pretty much exactly like it. I love how it looks there. I even love that they gave him a flippable visor so you can get the visor look down for a gimmick later, which is nice. His head looks really good. I even love the shoulder pads here with the Autobot Sigma on the side. It looks really good. Alright, moving down to the chest. The chest here is where all the paint pretty much goes, except for the windshields in vehicle mode. As most of this figure is unpainted plastic, this chest, the head, and those windows are the only part that has paint, which I think plays into how boring this character looks here. I don't know if it's just me, but with him not having an Autobot insignia on his chest where it's clearly sculpted for one to be, it drives me a bit crazy. I can always put toy hacks on it, but I don't have one that size. Especially since the Autobot symbol is right there in vehicle mode, it does annoy me that it's not on his chest. But I do like the silver they used for the chest straps. It looks really nice. I like how the arms look. Now, the arms are faux forming, as in the show and the original toy, they were the windows for the car mode. But to keep it proportional here, they made the windows a separate piece and just sculpted on that detail. Which, yeah, it's fine. It does annoy me a little bit, especially since it's got no paint, so there's just a mold there and it just doesn't look that good. But moving down to his legs, the legs are the worst part on him. As sure, from the front they look good, any other angle they do not. Like if you try and move it to the side, you've got this big hollow bit. Look at it from the back, there's a big windshield in the way. They only really look good front on. And that's because there's all these little sculpted details, which does get washed out in the yellow. The more I look at Hotshot here, the more I just find him boring. Like, there's some Armada designs I love, but Hotshot here, he's just really boring. But at least he does look exactly like how he did on the show, so I will give him that. Posability on Hotshot is almost good. So starting off, you have a swivel at the head. The visor moves down. Arms go forward, but they're impeded going back, and you can't get them up to the side unless you move the shoulder pads out of the way. Arms go out just above 90. There's a bicep swivel. Elbows bend at 90. There's a waist swivel. Legs are unimpeded in all directions. There's a thigh swivel. The knee can bend at 90, but the windshield gets in the way. It can even go deeper on the transformation hinge. And there's a foot pivot. Accessory-wise, Hotshot gets his engine gun. I wish this was in two separate pieces, as it looks weird in his hand with it being one full piece. But, I mean, it looks good in vehicle mode, so I will give it that. It just looks weird in his robot mode. But that's not really a thing you're going to be using with Hotshot anyway. But yeah, I do like the little sculpted details there is. And unfortunately, it can't really take blast effects because the nubs for them are a bit too small. Now, gimmick-wise, the Legacy Armada figures do retain their gimmicks. So, what Hotshot has is you can flip down his visor, and then you can take the wheels at the back here, and you can hinge them out, and you get his Axle Zuka from the show. I think that's what it's called. I do love that they engineered this into the figure, as it was a thing he used pretty much all the time in the show whenever he used a minicon, which I do love that it's here. It's really nice, because knowing Hasbro, they could have just left it out, but they included it for us, which is really nice. But hey, Hotshot here looks kinda good in robot mode, so I had to put in some poses, so here they are. This has been the review for the Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Universe Hotshot. Tell me, what do you think of this figure? Do you like him? Did you pick him up? Or did you skip him entirely? Personally, I don't like him. I really wanted to like him, as I like the Optimus and the Megatron that's come out. But this figure kind of put me off buying Armada figures, as this was the last one I bought, as he was just sitting on the shelf and then I never got him. And it's kind of the reason why I never picked up Starscream. I do want that figure, but after experiencing this, I kind of don't anymore. But tell me what you think of him. Thanks for watching.